Hello and welcome to Mortgage Watch for Friday, June 11th. I'm Ilan Awerbuch from the Unitrust Companies in San Diego. Congress went to work this week with a joint committee that's going to put together different versions of the financial reform bill into one uniform and overriding bill. I've spoken previously about this, and I think Congress is embarking on a huge mistake. They're going to legislate and over-legislate some far-reaching reforms in many different industries. Now, while I think the need is there to tighten things up, I'm very concerned that in their zeal to kind of take care of everything in one fell swoop, Congress is going to have far-reaching effects that they have no idea of. In terms of the mortgage industry, some of this bill will basically outlaw no-cost and low-cost loans, which have been used for many, many homeowners to make sense, refinancing to save money, or purchasing a home. In some cases, they've been very, very effective for many, many people. With Congress's new bill, they basically will become outlawed in many, many ways. I think what happens is that these things sound good. Their sound bites sound good to congressmen, congresswomen, senators, and they put this into law. They don't really know the effect of these things. These things are discovered years later, and that's the problem. I really urge Congress to take a look at what the effect of their bills will be. In their zeal to correct problems that happened 5 and 6 years ago, they're going to bar the barn door after the horses are long gone. The bad players in the financial scene have all made money and retired. I realize they want to prevent a reoccurrence, but what they're going to do is prolong our housing and financial crisis for many, many years to come. If we don't get things moving, we're going to be stuck here because people cannot refinance and are finding it hard to purchase homes. And these are the engines that drive our economy. So I'm really urging Congress to take a look at this thing and try and hold back their natural tendency to pass more laws until they figure out what the impact of all these things is. One thing I think Congress could do, if they're very interested in changing the playing field, is to study and take a look at the legacy of Coach John Wooden. Some of you may know that Coach Wooden passed away last week in Los Angeles at the grand age of 99. While we're trying to improve the American economy and how people are treated financially, we should take a look at some of the things that Coach Wooden instilled in his basketball players. Some might think that these are the ravings of an eccentric, but as many of you know, Coach Wooden has probably the most outstanding record in all of sports in terms of his performance, his team's performances. He's taken raw basketball players and made them into professionals, human beings, successful in basketball and also after basketball. And one of the ways that he did that was by teaching people that they have to be concerned with others. I've read some of the things that he has said, and if you think about them, they're incredibly profound. He said, it isn't really a perfect day unless you have the opportunity to do something for somebody who can never repay you. In teaching his players about life, he also said, be more concerned with your character than your reputation. Character is what you are. Reputation is what others think you are. He also said, talent is God-given, always be humble. Fame is given by humans, always be grateful. And conceit is given by yourself, always be careful. He taught his players the first thing they needed to do was be concerned with each other and for others in general. And his great thing was about teaching that love, caring, sharing, and being concerned with others is paramount to human life. That is something that I believe we need to instill in the financial arena and in American life in general these days. It seems like these things have become corny, trite, or very, very old-fashioned. But John Wooden proved that they are the cornerstones of success in every industry. So I urge Congress to take a look. Perhaps we should legislate that all business schools, that all licensees in financial planning, in mortgages, in mortgage planning, in mortgage brokering, in any industry where one is dealing with the public, including car dealers, anyone who is providing people with services where they are financing or being involved with people's finances, that we have a strong core curriculum in caring, in ethics, in agency, and an understanding that these are responsibilities that we carry with us. I think this would be a lot more effective than trying to legislate these things, because we have shown in the past that they do not solve any problems. There were lots of laws on the books that made Bernie Madoff's activities illegal. There are 8 or 9 other Ponzi schemers that have come to light. They've all pled guilty. There were plenty of things on the books to prevent what they were doing. The same is true with excesses in the mortgage industry. The same is true with excesses on Wall Street. The problem is that people who are prepared to break the law are going to break the law. And the people who work within the law are just going to be hamstrung. As Congress narrows the playing field for all financial professionals in the mortgage industry and other financial planners, all that they're doing is making it harder for the average American to be successful, to refinance their mortgages, to be able to save money, make money, and get on with their planning for their future. Though the lawbreakers and people who are out to do no good are going to continue, more laws are not going to deter them. The laws we have didn't deter them. These are not people who care about that. So I'm suggesting that we take a look at creating a curriculum, again, that is to instill in people a sense of caring, agency, ethics, integrity, and that perhaps we can get back to a better sense of decency, and that people can again begin to trust the financial experts that they entrust their financial lives with. With that, I want to wish you a good week and weekend. I'm Ilan Awerbuch from Unit Trust Mortgage in San Diego. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.